Regarding the increase in the FY 2024 defense budget by the Senate led by Senate Pres. Juan Miguel Zubiri, there is also an increase in the budget of the Philippine Coast Guard. A total of PHP 2.8 billion will be allocated to the PCG on top of the approved budget they will receive for FY 2024. Of this amount, PHP 2.5 billion will be used for the initial payment of 3 new offshore patrol vessels to be purchased from Australian shipbuilder Austal, and to be built at their facility in Balambon, Cebu. The first ship will be delivered within 18 months of the issuance of the notice to proceed, following the Philippine government's usual procurement. We believe Austal was ready to start the project immediately after it was awarded to them due to the availability of ready-made designs that they could use. We believe Austal will reuse the 83-meter offshore patrol vessel proposal submitted to the Philippine Navy several years ago, which was later rejected due to price increases. The design is now marketed by Austal as the Offshore Patrol 83. Austal will likely scale back the design by removing Navy-specific weapons and sensor systems such as 76mm and 30mm guns and surface air search radar and replacing them with more Coast Guard-specific systems. Based on our calculations, PHP 2.5 billion is enough for an initial payment of 15% for 3 ships that we estimate will cost a total of less than PHP 17 billion. This is a good start for the Philippine Coast Guard to build a larger fleet of ships, preferably locally made, and increase its numbers to meet its targets. The Philippines and Austal have signed a cooperation contract to build 2 83-meter-long offshore patrol vessels, OPV. The vessels will be built at Austal's facility in northern Australia. These OPV ships will be equipped with a variety of modern weapon systems and sensors, including 76mm caliber cannons, surface-to-air missiles and sonar. These ships will also have the ability to accommodate helicopters and drones. These OPV vessels will be used by the Philippine Navy for patrol, surveillance and law enforcement in Philippine waters. These ships will also be used to support humanitarian and disaster relief operations. The construction of these OPV ships is part of the Philippines' efforts to strengthen its defense capabilities. The Philippines faces various threats in its waters, including illegal activities such as smuggling, piracy and illegal fishing. The following are details of the 83-meter offshore patrol vessel that will be built by the Philippines and Austal. Length: 83 meters width, 16 meters maximum speed, 27 knots range, 6,000 nautical miles crew, 120 people. These OPV ships are scheduled to be completed in 2026. The Philippines and Austal, an Australian shipbuilding company, have signed a contract for the construction of 2 83-meter-long offshore patrol vessels worth $1.2 billion. These vessels will be built by Austal at its facilities in Australia. These ships will be equipped with a variety of weapons and equipment, including 76mm cannons, surface-to-air missile systems, surface-to-surface missile systems, sonar systems and helicopters. These ships will be used for patrols and surveillance in Philippine waters, including in the South China Sea. The construction of these ships is part of the Philippines' efforts to strengthen its defense capabilities. The Philippines faces various threats in its waters, including from China, which claims most of the South China Sea. These ships will give the Philippines the ability to protect its waters from various threats, said Philippine Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana. The 83-meter offshore patrol vessel to be built by the Philippines and Austal is Austal's Cape-class vessel. This ship is 83 meters long, 16 meters wide and has a maximum speed of 25 knots. This ship will have a crew of 80 people.